they've been able to identify areas they want to deal with.
Yes.
They include, among others, corruption,
Yes.
unemployment,
Yes.
and of course insecurity. Because I know that in all the campaign that he went for or he was attending, those were the major plank. Now,
Corruption, unemployment.
I said unemployment
Yes.
and insecurity.
And insecurity.
Are you getting me now?
Okay.
Now, they equally talked about the economy, as it were.
Okay.
Now, we were expecting that come May 29th,
Yes.
when he was about to, or rather, when the speech was to be given to millions of Nigerians,
Yes.
that there will be some, what you may call some Marshall Plan. Let me give you an example.
Yes.
You know too well that as we speak, we still have problem in the petroleum industry area.
Yes.
If you go out there, you still see queue. Now, I would expect he will not claim to say that he is not unaware of the problem of this fuel situation that we all Nigerians are going through. Because the increase in transport fare has indirectly affected even the food and so on and so forth that is out there. And we're expecting that as soon as he came, these are some of the things that he may probably look into and say, we are going to address them. And what do I mean? If you are making a speech on the inauguration day, there should be some practical statement that you should give to us that will make us believe that you have not been sleeping all this while.
So
now, the question is that before now,
Yes.
what have they been doing since 28th to May 29th?
Can I ask?
If before now they've been campaigning that we will do this, we will do that, and it came May 29th, we were unable to see any of these things.
Yeah.
You talked about what? What they call the issue of the economy has gone. Of course, before then there was a speech by the vice president then. I mean the current vice president before he was in, that we were indebted, or rather Nigerian debt was about 63 billion.
All right,
63
billion.
billion.
There was
So
an
what it
average of
means,
60,
for them to come up with that, what it means is that they have done what you may call their research.
Yes.
They have done their work. And what it means, therefore, is that by the time they come in, they will not tell you that this is the plan.
So what you wanted to hear are plans.
Exactly, this
So
is
you
the
did
plan.
not hear any
Because,
plan.
let me tell you,
No, no,
the
let
speech-
me
excuse me,
quickly
let me
quickly
what
say
was
something.
said
No,
on
so
that
that
day,
we don't
excuse me,
miss.
what was said
No,
on
so
that
that
day
we don't miss
is
our
like I
train.
was again listening to another campaign promises.
No,
Okay,
no,
all
no.
right.
I need to let you know.
To another campaign promises.
Have you
let's
ever?
Which you've heard over and over and over again. And it's not today that we're hearing speeches. It is time for us to do what? Come down.
Okay,
And begin to do what is needed.
To
Okay,
jump
let's
into the
hear
ocean
the other-
without learning how to swim. I understand. Can I just tell you something that we need to know today?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if you've ever been in government.
I need not be in government.
No, no, no. I asked a simple
I
question.
need not be in
No, just
government.
say yes or no.
I can't answer that question.
Okay,
because
all
I
right,
need not be
okay.
in
All right, let me
government
tell you that, for instance,
Yes.
a matured personality who has a profile to serve the people
Yeah.
and not the interest of the few
Yeah.
will have to weigh different things, look at the balances before being able to come out with a plan.
Yeah.
Remember that Mr. President said when he was given the handover note that, look, I cannot say anything now. Those are the words of an extremely careful and sincere.
The
No, let me, no,
He
wait,
said he
I'm
cannot
coming
say
to
anything now.
something
Was
here.
in respect of the constitutional, what do you call
No,
that?
no, no, no,
The
no.
document
No,
on
no,
that-
it was no, no, no. It
He
was
said I'm not
entirely
going to comment on that
No,
now.
no, no. It
I
was
have to study it.
no, no. You are taking it one out of the other. The truth is,
Are
it
you
was-
saying that when he was handed, it was both that he said he was going to study?
he was speaking basically on everything that the outgoing
I am
president
telling you that
had
it
handed
was
over.
the-
No, that's what you think. Because he made a speech immediately after that constitution was given to him. But what he was saying was in totality that, look, I will need to study this as well as study all the detailed handover notes. And then, look, you need, for a new beginning, you need to know where you're coming from.
All right, gentlemen, we'll need to go on a very quick break. When we come back, we'll continue this conversation. How inspiring was the speech by the president on May the 29th? We'll be back shortly. Please don't go away. Welcome back. We do have some comments here that have come in. Omobolaji Oduole says, the president's speech lines up with UN's post-2015 Sustainable Development Goals. New Nigeria, Skill Black One says, his speech was inspiring and a call to action, but what we need now is actions to back up his words, nothing more, nothing less. Olawale says, it's never inspiring, just mere political campaign promises. Tomini Oni says, inspiring or not, I cannot be bothered. I will judge President Buhari by his actions and result. Francis says, the man in black should calm down. Remedy says, the speech was inspiring and a call for action. Simon Olu says, the speech is highly inspiring. Sanusi Taufik says, There's no way Oladipo will be happy with GMB's emergence. I'm a Saint says the speech was so inspiring. Although the promises won't happen overnight, all we need is togetherness, prayers, and patience. I'm trying to get in as many as possible. Steve Ogo says Nigerians expected President Buhari to change. It's amazing how Nigerians expect President Buhari to change Nigeria even as he's giving his inaugural speech. Corruption Concern says President Buhari's inauguration speech was highly inspiring and touched all the illnesses of Nigeria and Nigerians. Asset Samuel says Nigeria needs more specifics, not rhetorics. President Buhari's speech did not tell us the way forward.
Okay.
He has a question, so he asked
Well, yeah. For instance, let me quickly talk about the essential of his speech. Maybe you'll see a plan there, and you'll understand that from the plan comes the action points that he needs to move forward on the common destiny of the people of this nation. That particular speech you're talking about, first and foremost, give credence to God. You see, I've always said God won in this last election. That's why I've changed my name. My first name now is Godwin. No, I need to let you know this. The president was good enough to acknowledge the handwork of God upon the common destiny of this nation, and we applaud him for that. He went forward to celebrate the tenacity of Nigerians who stood by them during the struggle, who desires this change, and who just didn't talk about it, but worked towards it. He moved from there and celebrated his predecessors. Look, these are the normal lines you take when you're speaking to the world, and not to a particular kind of people with a particular kind of head and sense of what they expect. When the man had finished celebrating his predecessor, he acknowledged Nigerians who, like you, who did not even believe in him, and went forward to confirm that the past is prologue. That tells you on the definite that this man was a man that was moving a train, a mobile train, not a stagnant one, full of passion and power, into the future. He moved from there and assured the international community, because whether you like it or not, they were part of the struggle, on our readiness to cooperate on challenges that faces the world. He promised not to encroach on the duties and functions of the legislative and judicial arms of government, and he swore to uphold the tenets and the rule of law. He had moved from that. He said he will rebuild and reform the public service. Those are action points. He moved from there and said he will look into the operations of the local government joint account. Those are action points. He did appeal to the cooperation and understanding of the civil society, the labor union, press and organized private sector. Those are action points. He appealed to employers and workers to unite in raising productivity. These are the challenges and the problems of this nation. No. I'm not true. He also went through by capturing our challenges. And how did he do this? He said most immediate for him, he will look at Boko Haram. And he moved from Boko Haram to security. He moved from security to food security and said he was going to do a frontal revival of our agriculture and solid minerals mining. He moved to availability of funding for SMEs, which is the driving force, the baseline of productivity and performance in any given nation. I don't know. Have you been to America? Or London? No, because I need to tell you places I have been to, and I know the engine room of all these places, including India, are the SMEs. And he had said in here that there will be funds